So amongst all the prediction stuff I was doing, I never actually did a finals thing, so I might as well do that now. I think it's going to be the Bucks and the Lakers, but, we can dive into it and all that. So, I keep on thinking about the Bucks and the Sixers and who's going to win that, even after I made that video on it. And I get the case for Philly beating the Bucks, because they're just so huge in the defense and the switchability, and Horford's really smart, and Embiid can potentially outplay Giannis in a playoff series, no doubt. But I still think Giannis would be the best player in that series. And I feel like the Philly offense thing is just going to be a little too weird for them to figure out. I mean, the loss of Jimmy Butler and JJ Redick, I think, was pretty huge. I mean, the amount of big shots that Jimmy was hitting for them in that playoff run, I just don't know if those shots are going to happen anymore. And, I think this will be fine against pretty much everybody except for the Bucks, where you're going up against this really good defensive team, which I think weirdly enough has gotten forgotten a little bit, like how good defensively the Bucks were, and the fact that they dare teams to take threes, and you can already kind of do that with the Sixers anyway. And when I say dare them to take threes, it's like top of the key 3-pointers with a dude closing out on you. It's not just you have all day to take a shot. Now, you can say, well, Eric Bledsoe is going to be bad in the playoffs. You might be right. Okay. But I still think, like with how close the Bucks got last season, even with Bledsoe playing poorly again, I don't know. I'm definitely scared of that, but I'm not as scared of it as I guess I could be. Maybe I should be a little more scared of it. The Bucks also have the moves, or they have the ammo to make a move. I mean, they have Ilyasova's non-guaranteed contract. They have DJ Wilson's restricted thing that a team could just decline. So those two combined is about $11 million, and they have they've got the Pacers protected first, which it's a little weird. I don't know what the exact rules on it would be, but I think you can move it. They have 2 of their own second-round picks as well, or 3 of their own second-rounders if you want to go all the way out to the mid-2020s, and a similar thing with first-rounders if you want to go that far out as well. So the fact is they can make some sort of a move, something like a Mirotic move of last year. So yeah, in the case of the Lakers, a lot it's LeBron and AD. That's really the heart of it. I mean, am I scared of the whole rotation? Yeah. I think these guys, more than probably anybody else, could really use Iguodala. And I don't really know how you would get there. I mean, there's KCP's contract, but it's a player option of $8.5 million for next season. I don't know if the Grizzlies really want to take that on. You've got Quinn Cook's non-guaranteed $3 million. So, I mean, you might be able to get the salaries kind of close, but Iguodala's making, 17 or something? So that freaks me out. But I feel like they can just figure out that 5th spot, whether it's somebody else that they could trade for with whatever assets they may have, or somebody just emerges. I mean, my bet would be Caruso. We don't know. You look at the other teams in the West, and the Clippers have much better depth than the Lakers do, no doubt. But I just think LeBron and AD are better than Kawhi and Paul George. And I know that's a really simple look at it, but that's just kind of where I fall back to, And I think I can say that about every team in the Western Conference, whether it's the Nuggets or the Rockets or the Jazz, the Blazers, the Warriors, whoever else I might have forgotten in that whole thing. It's a loaded conference, as we all know. So that's just where I end up to. So Bucks, Lakers, NBA Finals. I guess I could spend 5 minutes predicting that series. So the thing with that is, we don't know the jump that Giannis is going to take this season. His 3-pointers have looked okay. It seems like he can make them if you leave them wide open. And I guess a similar thing could be said for mid-range. So if Giannis can get to a point this season where you have to care about him from 3, then that could just make him like a superhero. Even if teams are still going to choose to dare him to shoot, then allow him to drive. I understand that, but you're never going to be able to stop that guy from doing whatever he wants to do. The point I'm getting at is, could Giannis be the best player in a series versus LeBron and Anthony Davis? I think it's actually possible, and that right there gives them a real chance. And if I were to rank the players in that series, like in a world where Giannis outplays both of them, which very well could not happen. I mean, if you force me to pick, I'm probably still taking LeBron as the best player in that series, but if Giannis could actually have like some 35-point, 15 rebound, 6 assist, insane efficiency series, then you start ranking the dudes. It's Giannis 1, LeBron and AD 2, 3, and then there's a chance that the next like 4 dudes are all Bucks, you know? Now this would require us to be optimistic about Bledsoe, and you know, feel free not to, but between Lopez and Middleton and one of like Wesley Matthews, George Hill, Eric Bledsoe, guy they potentially trade for because they've got more trade ammo than the Lakers do, that would be the recipe for the Bucks winning that series. Also because Budenholzer is better than Frank Vogel. But then again, you can also say that Budenholzer doesn't do enough adjustments. Now, I would push back on that. I think he did make adjustments in the Raptors series. It just didn't work. And even then, like, if a couple shots don't go the Raptors' way, decent chance the Bucks get to the finals. So, I would definitely have Budenholzer over Vogel in that sense. But after saying all of that, I just come back to it's LeBron and Anthony Davis. I mean, I just watched LeBron maybe be the best player in 4 straight NBA Finals against the Warriors, right? You could compare his stats to KD's, but when we're talking degree of difficulty, teammates, and all that stuff, you know. And now that guy just got Anthony Davis, and I feel like I just feel like I gotta pick that guy to win the finals, you know? So, yeah. My finals pick is the Los Angeles Lakers. I love LeBron James. That's it.